Good afternoon to one and all present here. Learning gives creativity. Creativity leads to thinking. Thinking provides knowledge. Knowledge makes you great. With this beautiful quote by APJ Abdul Kalam sir, I will start today's session. Hi, Kirti K, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Management, Dhanajyoti Degree College. Our institution organizes 5 days FDP on NAAC criteria in association with IQAC. We have successfully completed 3 days webinar on criteria 1 and 2, 3, 4, with informative sessions by our persons. Hope that the remaining sessions also as informative as previous. Coming to today's session, as all of you know, today's session is on criterion 5, that is student support and progression. And we have an excellent resource person, Professor JJDC sir, Assistant Professor, Government First Grade College, Hirisabe. Now I call upon Mrs. Asha, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Management, to render a welcome speech and to introduce today's resource person. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Kirti, ma'am. Am I audible? Respected Principal, sir, resource person of today's session, Professor JJDC sir, faculty members who are present here, it's my immense pleasure to welcome you all for this 5 days FDP on NAAC criteria. I feel so happy to introduce today's resource person, Professor JJDC sir, presently working as Assistant Professor in GFGC Hirisabe, Hassan District. Sir is having excellent experience in guiding and delivering services in NAAC accreditation process. Sir is Regional Nodal Officer at Regional Office of the Joint Director, Department of Collegiate Education, Bangalore, with outstanding interpersonal communication. He is also serving in State Quality Assurance Cell, Regional Office of Joint Director, DCE, Bangalore, Karnataka. Sir is working with so many colleges of the region to promote assessment and accreditation process, including preparation and prioritization of AQAR and SSR. He is also working with IQAC members to facilitate the implementation of academic calendar and design of sustainable strategies for operation and maintenance of resulting skill-based certificate courses. He is also a resource person in the workshop organized for the colleges and other stakeholders in the region. He is a great teacher for preparing the students' community for the competitive world. He is also served in Diksha Integrated Institution as lecturer and senior executive officer at 8 Diksha branches over Karnataka, and also introduced the accountancy lab manual for PU students at Diksha. Sir has written many textbooks at university level and presented many more research paper at national and international level. And many more wonderful work Sir has done. Thank you very much, JJDC sir, for being with us, for sharing your valuable knowledge. I request you to take up the session, sir. JJDC sir.
Thank you, madam. Am I audible, madam?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon to everyone. Is the screen is visible, madam?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yes. So I wholeheartedly welcome you to the excellent program organized by the Dhanajyoti institution. So here I'm representing for the criterion 5, that is student support and progression. Before explaining anything, I would like to say one thing. In NAAC, so many colleges and so many people will be feeling that it will be a burden for them. So it's an additional work. So these type of feelings will be quite normal for everyone. But I feel as an institution who have succeeded in the society, they will be following two books. That is one of their management goal oriented, whatever the policies they have, that will be there. Another one is NAAC manual. Today, most of the reputed institutions proudly say that we strictly adhere to the NAAC manual. So that's why we are success in the market. So this is what the opinion given by the well-known institution in the Bangalore. So those colleges are strictly following the NAAC manual for the success in the education field. So my humble request with all the teaching fraternity, we should learn first what is NAAC and what is the purpose behind the each questions they have asked. So if we know the intentions, it will be very easy for us to understand the manual or the workflow or how to be a teacher in an institution as well. So before starting, so I would like to give information about the criterion 5. Yes. Criterion 5 will be for 140 weightage. So previously it was 130 or 140. It was like that. As it was a separate manual were there for UG colleges and PG colleges. Now they have made a single manual for both UG and PG colleges. So in the comparison between the criterias, so the criterion 2 takes place very major role as it covers 350 weightages, as well as criterion 3 and 5 are the very activity oriented criteria, where the institution supporting to the society will be highlighted in the criterion 3, and where institutions will speak about the students will be highlighted in the criteria 5. So before starting the key indicators or metrics, I wanted to brief one thing. Whatever the sessions we have covered till today, so we should understand in criteria 1, the NAAC will be focusing on only the curriculum, which is purely based on how you plan and deliver in the classroom. So before teaching, how you will plan and how you maintain the documents. It's all about only curriculum. When it comes to the case of criterion 2, so it speaks about teachers and their quality and teaching methodologies. So it is how you will bring the curriculum to the students. So this is what the criteria 2 speaks. When we know about criteria 3, it's about the institutional responsibility towards research and society. So this is the another area which covers in the criteria 3. When it comes to the criteria 4, it purely speaks about the academic infrastructure facilities and co-curriculum for activities, whatever the infrastructure facilities we have, it will be highlighted along with the library resources. Till criteria 1 to 4, we haven't spoken anything about the students. It is all about each and every area about an institution. When it comes to the case of criteria 5, NAAC wants to know about how you are engaged with the students, how you are supporting to them, and what are the benefits a student can get from your institution. So these are the core areas they have concentrated in criteria 5. So in the criteria 5, total 140 weightage will be there. 4 key indicators. So we can call it as sub-chapters. 4 chapters will be there. In that 4 chapters, we can get metrics. Metrics are nothing but the questions. So 9 questions will be there. Previously, it was more than 12 to 14 it was there. Now they have been reduced to only 9 questions. Out of these 9 questions, quantitative metrics are 8, where quantitative metrics has to be answered in a way prescribed by the NAAC, which the format will be provided in the Excel formats. So we have to download in the portal itself. It will be not be available outside the portal. So they will be keep on updating. That format need not to be changed. It should not be changed. Adding any column will not be getting uploaded in the portal. So that's why my humble request, whenever you download while preparing the SSR, whenever you download the Excel sheets, don't make any changes. Filling the color, highlighting, or making separate format for that. So that should not happen, because we all know that now the total scoring will be in two ways. One is computerized scoring, another one is peer team scoring. So peer team scoring is only 30%, which is to be evaluating the QLMs. When 70% of the weightage will be scored through computerized system. So that's why my humble request, don't change any formats. So the one more metric is will be available in criteria 5 to attend us, that is QLM. So these are the overview about the criteria 5. Now let us know the 4 key indicators. The first key indicator speaks about student support. You can see here, out of 140, 50 weightage is provided for student support system only. Here they will be asking 4 questions, so we need to answer. The second chapter speaks about student progression towards the higher education or job-oriented courses, or job that can be considered as a student progression. It will be for 30 weightage. And student participation and activities which are organized by the institution, or where students of the institution is participated, both can be considered. It is also allotted with 50 weightage. So majorly 130 weightage will be among these 3 chapters only, or these 3 key indicators. The last and small portion is alumni engagement. Here only one QLM is there, that is of 10 weightage. So this is the brief introduction. So now let us start with the chapter 1, that is student support 5.1. So before starting, what is the metric and how we have to make the documents and what need to be conducted, let us understand. So myself, Jagdish, here the thing is we need to understand student support and progression happens only with the combination of institution and teachers. If the institution is providing some facilities, students will be supported well with their policies or facilities, but the major role played by the teachers. Academically, we will be doing them, or we will be teaching them. That is one part which will be appeared in only criteria 2. Here, a teacher plays a major role which builds the careers of the students. So that's why I prefer, along with the institutional efforts, the teachers equally has to contribute to the student community. So in student support, first we need to focus on financial support. So basically 4 types of supports an institution can provide. In financial support, there are 2 things. That is, one is government scholarships and another one is private scholarships. Before starting metric, I want to give the introduction about the key indicator. So student support happens financially through government scholarship, which are in the name of SST scholarship, OBC scholarship, or BCM scholarship, I can call it as Sanchi Honnama scholarship. These type of many scholarships will be available. So those need to be taken care. The role of the teacher is to give awareness. Simple. Now everything has been made digitalized. the students will be applying to the scholarship directly through the portal, through the online, and they will going to get the benefit also. But whatever the role we play is, we create awareness among them. That has to be taken care. And I feel so many questions will be raised on this also, because how we can get the documents. Later in the session part, I will explain about that also. When it comes to the case of private scholarship, here what the institutions are failing. Here we need to understand private scholarship means even the same institution can provide the scholarship as well. It may not be a big amount. Even if you are providing 1,000 rupees, that can be considered as a scholarship. But it should be in a documented process, or there must be some parameters to provide it. Even Santur scholarship, Malabar scholarship, and so many other companies is also providing the scholarship, Wipro, Infosys. Those things has to be communicated to the students. By this way, we can support them. So simultaneously, we will create the documents, or we will arrange the documents. It will be helpful for the institution. When come to the second part, in which way we can support is providing the skills. That is, one is capacity building skills, another one is skill enhancement. So capacity building skills, we can say whatever it is not available in the students, that has to be inculcate them. Already, if they have some skills, that has to be enhanced. If they know about computer, we need to teach them how to do the tally, how to work in the tally, or any apps you can create, and that can be provided as information. In capacity building programs, you can concentrate on health issues, fitness, yoga, like these areas, or even on language, how to have a good communication with the oral language, and facial expression, etc., etc. So many things will be there. The third area where we can support is all about career. On the basis of career, we can guide them through competitive examination coaching. So if you coach the students, or if you give some training to the students on competitive exams, how to crack, it is also helpful for them. Even for some career guidance also you can do. So that is all about how you arrange the programs through placement cell activities. So this is also about their support system provided by the institution. And the last one is about grievance mechanism. So here, for this purpose, a committee should be there. It is all in our hand only. We should follow the procedures, and that has to be communicated to the students as well. So in these 4 areas, 4 questions will be asked. So for 4 questions, what are the things to be done? So that I have explained now. So let us know the NAAC manual. So how it will be helpful for the criterion heads. So the first thing is 5.1.1. This is the QNM. QNM means quantitative metrics, where we have to provide information through Excel sheet. So you can easily observe some formats have been visible here. The percentage of students benefited by the scholarships and free ships provided by the government and non-government agencies during the last 5 years. Here we can understand that 2 things are there. One is government and non-government agencies. Any agencies, if they are providing, that can be considered. The thing is, we need to have proper document for that purpose. And the one more thing is government scholarships. Both can be considered here. The second point I would like to highlight here is the first word. First 3 words, that is percentage of students benefited. Here what we should understand to score well in this marks. Here 20 weightage is available. When the percentage of students is benefited in more than I feel 20%, 30% or 50%, total strength is benefited, you will get the good marks. That means if you take 500 students are there in your institution, at least minimum 250 students has to get the benefit from the scholarships. That we should take the initiations regarding this. Then only we can have a good weightage here. Here they are not asking about the limitations of amount or minimum amount to be paid to a student. They are asking about percentage of students benefited. So if 3,000 students are there, if you are providing only scholarships to the 300 students, then you are getting only 10%. 10% of the total students are benefiting. According to 10%, you will get the weightage. If you want to get complete weightage, minimum more than 50 to 60% of the total strength has to be benefited. So that's it. This is also one of the way to score more marks in this metric. So here you can see the format will be in two ways. One is the outer summary, that is year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. The assessment 5 years will be mentioned here, and the number of students benefited has to be mentioned over here. So year 1, 200 students, year 2, 250 students, like this. Total number will be mentioned in the first part. In the second part, you can easily see that we need to bifurcate on the basis of schemes. Here, the first column represents the details of year. Suppose if you enter into the NAAC process now, we are supposed to mention here 22 and 23 as an assessment year. If it is completed, 22 and 23. If it is not completed, then the previous year will be mentioned here. The second column will be name of the scheme. So here we need to mention the scheme, Sanchi Honnama scholarship, and number of students and amount. Total amount will be mentioned. So in case of benefited by the institutional schemes, so here number of the students and amount will be mentioned in the 5th and 6th column. In the last column, they are asking about the link to the relevant document. So we are already aware link means third party information will not be considered by the NAAC. Here we should understand two parties involved in the NAAC process. One is NAAC, another one is institution. So every institution should have the proper website. Through that website only we should upload the document. The same link has to be provided to the NAAC in portal. So by mailing any document, we cannot give to the NAAC. We cannot submit any document to the NAAC through the mail or personal information or through Google Drive. They will reject completely whatever the documents you provided by the Google Drive. So my sincere request, don't save the documents in Google Drive and provide them. So now you have to do one thing. You should upload the each and every document, whatever you get in your institutional website. From that, you have to provide the link. If you have bulk information, then prepare a summary of it. Take it in the letterhead, get the signature from the authority. Then you scan it, you upload it to your institutional website, then provide the link. So in this manner also you can provide. Regarding this, if you see whatever the DVVs will be asked in this question, DVV means the process is about data verification and validation. We all know that first stage is IIQA, where you will be provided institutional information for quality assessment. Then after approval of IIQA, you will be getting 45 days to prepare the SSR. After submission of SSR, the DVV process initiated. So DVV means it is not about inquiring. First thing we should understand, it is not about inquiring. It is all about a reconfirmation of the data what you have provided in the SSR. That's it, nothing else. They are not the CBI officers, they are not the investigating officers. They just allot the marks if you provide the documents. They want some more clarification, that's it. So this process for each metric, whatever the data you have provided will be or might be asked with some findings. Here the finding, I have taken someone college example for this. So here HEI means higher education institution has given some input. 21, 22, 539 students. Like this, they have provided the information of 5 assessment years. Regarding this, they have raised a question by the NAAC is, please upload sanction letters of the scholarship and free ships in English. Usually what happens, you will be having a document like this. Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It is visible, sir.
Yes. You can see this is an government order which is in the Kannada format. Sometimes it is also not possible to get the documents from the government also. So I can suggest you one thing. If you want to get details about any SC/ST scholarship or BCM scholarship, so you can do one thing. The better way to get the things done is easily in 2 ways. The first thing is give a requisition through the letterhead from your principal to the SC/ST or BCM office. You will get the details. They will provide easily. If they are refusing to give the data, it is a huge or somewhere it is not available. The thing I can make you ensure that through RTI, you can get the any information. From your institution itself, file an RTI asking the details about your institutional details, whoever the or whatever the students got the benefits or anything, scholarships, please provide the so-and-so details for the so-and-so academic year. Within 15 days, you will get the documents through post to your institution itself. It is also one of the best way to handle the people in a critical situations. So in this type of document, what you are supposed to do is you need to prepare summary report in English. The first page must be in English. The first part must be, usually it should be like a letterhead, then information need to be in English, then the summary, whatever the data, how many students have been given or which college have been taken the thing. So these things, and I would like to say the last part is all about attestation. So the attestation from the principal. So it will be easy for anybody to consider it as an original document. Here one more question may arise from the teachers. That is, if you are arranging the documents or getting the documents of previous 3 years, now the principal has been changed. Who has to give the attestation? NAAC have clearly said, if person A is sitting on the chair today, he can give certification to the all 5 years documents. He can certify all the 5-year documents. It is simple. Need not to be asking somebody else where their signature is required, need not to be. If X is there, he will or she will give the attestation that is the document is true. If Y is there, they will be taking care of giving the attestation. So anybody can attest, whoever sitting on the chair as a principal on that particular day. Okay. When you are submitting the SSR, it will be easy for you. So regarding this, any queries, any questions regarding the first metric? Okay. If you have any doubts or clarification need to be provided, so even at the last also we shall have a open house session. There also you can mention any questions. So just I feel so we can move to the further questions. It is one of the beautiful question they have given, and in a nice manner we can provide the documents here. The 5.1.2, you can see here, it will be having 10 weightages, capacity building and skill enhancement initiatives taken by the institution include the following. Here, in the right side, you can see they have provided MCQ option. Option A, all of the above. Option B, 3 of the above. Option C, 2 of the above. Option D, 1 of the above. Option E, none of the above. So if you select all of the above means you should conduct all these 4 types of programs in your institution. If you have conducted, you should select all of them. If you have not conducted, you should select rest of the options. My sincere request, before entering into the process, understand the questions properly and make reports as well available which are according to the necessity of the NAAC. Here they have mentioned about soft skills. Now, first we should understand what are the soft skills. Here soft skills is all about the extra information regarding the presentation skills of the students. How he or she should stand on the stage. That is also one type of soft skills. How to be dressed up, how to appear, how to face an interview. So all these kind of things are known as soft skills. How to stand, how to sit, how to walk. If you are doing some work, how to approach to a person if you are in a managing level, or if you are a supervisor, or if you are a receptionist, how you should approach them, how the facial expression should be. All these can be considered as soft skills. Now, according to NAAC, whatever the required thing is, document. How should be a document? Even if a teacher teaches for 10 minutes to a class or for some students, how to stand on the dais, how to speak, how to use the mic. Even for 10 minutes, if you do a program, that can be considered as a skill-based program. The thing is, before preparing any document, we should identify core parameters of content required in a document. Here, the first part, I have taken some example here. So you can easily see letterhead will be available here. Any institution I have downloaded from the Google. So here, the second part is the body of the information. Here we should mention what is the title of the program. So if you conduct any program, there must be a title. Then date of the program, you should mention clearly on which day it has been conducted. Who has taken the initiation as a resource person? Even the in-house faculty members can teach to the students and they can be called as resource person as well. And who have initiated that program will be called as program coordinator. Sometimes we can use the IKSC, or many a times it will be based on the requirement or availability of the committees. So the most important part is number of students participated or involved. That is most and very much important for a document. For any program, if you mention number of students here itself, that indicates that how many students are benefited. For that purpose, you should mention how many students are there. Then about small paragraph or depend upon your interest, you can provide the program details. These are the basic information along with some photos. In the last page, you should attest it, or in the first page itself. So this format I have showing here is in one page, and this has been already considered by the NAAC as a document as well. So my sincere request is, what are the contents need to be there in a report? Report need not to be in 20 page or 30 page. It is not required like that. It should provide the details about the program conducted. In one line also, you can provide the program details. A teacher can do 30 minutes or 40 minutes about his or her curriculum related teaching. Another 20 minutes they can take as a session. Even for 10 minutes they can take as a session, and that can be taken some photos. Now if you are available, take the geotagged photos. If you have already conducted, the normal photos also can be considered easily. The thing is, you need to convert them into the PDF. Then you have to get attestation from the principal. So that can be also considered as a document. Now, when it comes to the case of language and communication, even Kannada and English teachers are very much required for this process. Kannada and English departments, teachers, roles plays a major role. Their role is very much necessary. So we need to make them understand what they are supposed to do extra apart from teaching the curriculum. If they are teaching 50 minutes about some poem or their curriculum, another 10 minutes they have to guide the students how to write the letters. Regarding if you want ID card, how to write the letter. If you want scholarship benefits, how to write the letter. If you want computer lab facility to be enhanced, how to write a letter. If your mass card is not available, how to write a letter, to whom to be addressed. All this information has to be communicated by the language teachers. Even that can be considered as a programs. How many students participated, which teacher has taken, and what was the topic, and take some 2 photos, prepare within 1 page. It is a program. So a teacher, if he or she willing to prepare any document, within 30 days you can make 20 to 25 programs and you can prepare the documents regarding that. That is what most required for NAAC process. In the third area, we can see it's all about life skills. Majorly, it speaks about yoga, physical fitness, health and hygiene. You can see here, the physical director of the institution is also important person who can arrange yoga classes or fitness sessions, and even eco club or physical director, anybody who gives awareness about health and hygiene or nutrition, food. If you provide details for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, it can be considered as a program. It can be considered as an event, and it is not questionable by NAAC. The thing is, proper document need to be there. Along with the report, you can have a circular. That's more than enough as a document. The last and most important, anybody can teach. That is computing skills or ICT facilities. So nowadays, every students will be using the smartphones. How to use the Google, how to use the Gmail, how to create the Gmail, how to send an mail, how to give an attachment. So all these details you can give in a session. That can be considered as a program. And most of the teacher community will be providing the assignments through Google Classroom. Before making them to register in Google Classroom, any one person will be guiding them how to open an account, how to get registered in a Google Classroom. So that can be considered as a program. Need not to be some resource person has to be welcome, bouquet to be given. That is all not required. Those are all the formalities. NAAC is not about formalities. It is about the benefits and document. Student has to be benefited and the document has to be provided. In this way, if you teach today how to use the word file, how to type in Kannada, Or if you make PG students while they are preparing project reports, how to align the contents, how to convert from Word to PDF and PDF to Word. All these are called as sessions. A beautiful topic has to be given for that, and the benefit has to be provided to the students. This way, we can easily make 100 programs per semester. Each and every students will be benefited as well, and they will be respecting us whenever they get additional. We all know that whenever we visit to the market, if you take 2 kg tomato, if he provides extra 2 tomatoes, we will be very happy to visit again to that shop only. If he is not provided, if he gives only 2 kg proper weight, if he has provided, we also feel, even though it is good tomatoes also, we feel on the extra kodabekagittu. He is not provided that one extra tomato. So in that manner, even students will think. Here what the respect can be earned from the student community by conducting all these 4 type of extra information has to be provided to the students. Then only we also get good respect among the students. This is the intensity of the NAAC behind asking these type of questions. So regarding this, the major documents can be considered here. I have mentioned required documents, circulars if you have, or reports, what I have shown, or any photographs, geotagged photos with the date, or web link to the scheme or programs any conducted. So our sample reports, permission letters, anything can be considered as a document. The major portion is all about when it has happened, how it has happened, who was the initiated, and who was the resource person, how many students got benefited, how it was conducted. This question has to be answered in a simple way that can be considered as a document as well. It is all about 5.1.2. Now let us move on to the 5.1.3 metric. It is also one of the biggest hurdle what the students are facing today. In that area, NAAC is focusing. The institution has to turn up, support the students in guiding for competitive examination and even conducting or organizing career counseling programs as well. So in this manner, you can see the formats. Here you can see the first column will be year, the second column will be name of the activity, number of students attended or participated. Next, the fourth column is about number of students placed through campus placements linked to the relevant documents. These are the 5 columns we need to fill in the SSR. But before that, we need to have a proper documents. For this purpose, my sincere request, if you are doing class for 6 to 7 hours per day, if one first year BCom students are attending 6 to 7 hours per day, 5 days in a week, one day you can arrange weekly once 30-minute sessions can be conducted to the students, whoever interested. Give them a small information. What is the role of Kannada in competitive examination? Compulsory English paper. So that can be discussed by the English teacher. Even some commerce faculties or any mathematics faculties or whoever interested in the mental ability questions. So they can guide them how to crack the mental ability questions. If you give 30 minutes, 20 minutes, the beneficiary may be 5 or 10. Even 5 students are sitting, that can be considered as a program. How many activities have been conducted this? In this area, we need to concentrate every week once. If the institution or if the teacher initiate himself or herself to give some justice to the students, so they can easily get the benefit in NAAC also, from the student community also. And even students will be benefited by getting the additional information about the competitive examination. First, you can say what are the competitive exams available for students. In the second, you can take one competitive example. There, what will be the subjects they will going to concentrate. What are the sources available? In one session, you can tell about where the competitive examination resources are available, e-resources, or you can tell about Sapna Book House. So that is also can be considered as one session. How many students participated? That has to be entered here. The thing is, you can take an attendance or you can keep a register for that only. 200 to 300 pages, one book you can take and you can circulate among the students before starting the session. By the end of the session, all the students will be signing over there with their name, register number and signature. That's more than enough as an attendance. Need not to be typed in a computer or taken the attestation. That is not at all required. Directly, the attendance from the students can be easily get by you. So that is also considered as a document. The second area in this question is about career counseling. Career counseling is all about what are the opportunities they have in the job after completion of their education, whether it is undergraduate education or higher postgraduate education. Whatever the job opportunities available through the placement cell, you can conduct many activities. But the thing is, if you conduct here any job mela, that cannot be considered here. As per the NAAC, it is not considered. So instead of job mela, what you can do, you can mention it as awareness program on job opportunities in IT sector, awareness program on job opportunities in the commerce field. Like this, you can mention. So it will be easy for you to prepare the documents related to that. So it will be helpful for you also to have a good rapport between the alumni students. When you conduct a career counseling program, it will be helpful for everyone. Even for a teacher, you will be having a good rapport with the students, and even the students will get the good guidance, whichever is most a necessity in now. In this world, the most necessity is about how to earn the money, how to earn the money. So for that purpose, whatever the extra things you provide apart from curriculum, you will be remembered for the lifetime. So those type of activities need to be concentrated as per the NAAC. Reputed institutions are concentrating on this only. They will join the curriculum with the chartered accountancy course. If you do BCom, you will be having a coaching group for CPT. So these are the techniques they are following. It is from NAAC only. So NAAC have guided what to be given to the students. They are strictly following and they are reputed in the society. So if you conduct these type of things, it will be helpful for the institution and students as well. So if you think about DVV, what they may ask about the second question and third question. In the second question, they have asked recently, please provide geo-tagged photographs with the date and caption for each scheme or event. Do not include programs conducted as part of the university curriculum. So if you are teaching physical direction related one subject, that cannot be considered in criteria 5. It should be considered in criteria 1 only. That is the major thing they have mentioned. So if you don't have geotagged photos, you can get the signature from the principal, convert it to PDF, you can use it. So this is about the DVV they have asked. And when it comes to the case of third question, percentage of students benefited by the guidance for competitive examination and career counseling, please provide document indicating year-wise list of students attending these schemes signed by the competent authority. So this is the major thing, evidence of attendance of participants. That's why I said you can easily keep a register for that. Every session, whenever you conduct, take the signature. For many years, it will be available. If you take on some sheets, it may be available for some days. If IKC coordinator changes or in the next academic year, someone has taken the responsibility of placements, the document will be somewhere else. So it will be not available. So that's why if you keep an register, it will be easy for everyone. Whoever may change, whoever take the responsibility, the document will be very safe. And if you get attestation for that page itself, that can be considered as a document as well. So these are the data verification and validation question. We shall move on to the criteria 5.1.4 metric, the last portion in the support key indicator. So the institution has a transparent mechanism for timely redressal of student grievance, including sexual harassment and ragging cases. So here they have given four areas need to be concentrated, and they have given the MCQ options as well. We can select them. So many of the institutions are selecting all of the above, but they are ending up with the 2 of the above or 3 of the above at the DVB stage. They are getting some failure. Here, data is verified with the document submitted. HA is advised to verify the facts once again, and any modifications may be reported. They will going to give the option once again. If we have all of the, if you have mentioned all of the above, so you can change at the stage of DVB. My sincere request, all the institution can score 10 out of 10 here. The thing is, by hearing this question itself, many people will be mentioning that we don't have any cases like that. We don't have any activities like this. This have never happened. They are not asking about how many sexual harassment or ragging cases reported. They're asking about some process regarding this, giving awareness. Is there any mechanism? These type of intention they have here. The thing is, the first one, you can easily observe here, implementation of guidelines of statutory and regulatory bodies. Here, the thing is, implementation part means we should have a POSH committee in our institution. We should understand what is POSH committee, how it should be formed. That is the major role. POSH means prevention of sexual harassment. Okay. So for this purpose, my sincere suggestion is a lady fraternity or lady faculty has to be the convener of the committee. Our senior most faculty can be the convener of this committee, anybody, and 2 members will be there. 1 representative from any NGO, if available. If not, 1 person who is a lady police constable from the nearby police station has to be the member of this committee. This is as per UGC I'm telling. Somebody from the outsider who have the authority to give the awareness among these act or activities or preventing these type of issues need to be in the committee. And the major portion, their phone number and email ID for this purpose. If they find any type of abusement or anything or any other grievances also, to report that, to give information that has to be displayed in the notice board or in the college. Serial number, name of the person, role in the committee, in the POSH committee, and their contact details. That has to be provided in website and in the physical form in the institution as well. That is most important. That is the part about implementation. And the thing is, when the committee form, they need to conduct some activities. That is for sure. What type of activities they can conduct? Organizing wide awareness and undertaking on policies with zero tolerance. These type of committees has to communicate to the student community as you are not supposed to be in a part of any ragging cases. If you find, you will be punished according to the law. So this so and so punishments will be provided. This type of awareness program we will be usually organizing. That has to be considered here with a separate report. Then you can select the option 2. The option 3 is about mechanism for submission of online or offline students' grievances. Mechanism is required. Need not to be complaint, should be there. Mechanism, is it available? If you have grievance, to whom it has to be reported? Somebody, the phone number or email ID, any complaint box has to be provided regarding this. Through online, you can give email ID, or in the website you can provide a link, or any app you can create and you can provide to the students regarding the grievances. The last thing, if you get any grievances, in how many days it will be resolved, or what are the procedures we will follow? Here, I would like to mention the major thing about this metric is about grievances need not to be about sexual harassment and ragging cases. It is not only about it, it is including about it. That means if a student is not getting the mass card, that can be considered as a grievance. If he is not provided with a valid support from the computer lab, that can be considered as a complaint, or it can be considered as a grievance. Somebody has not got the results, they can give the complaints. The thing is, any complaint regarding internal assessment has to be taken care in criteria 2. The NAAC is all about clear-cut information it is providing about the each questions. Any grievances about internal assessment has to be considered in criteria 2. Rest of each and everything, if a student is not getting the mass card, if a student is unable to attend the examination, if he is not getting the results, so all these type of things can be considered as a grievances. The facility is not available in sports. They have given some complaint regarding this. We required so and so resources. That can be considered as a grievance. The thing is, you need to take in writing. That has to be bring to the notice of that committee. Some actions need to be taken. That so minutes of meeting. So 3 documents is more than enough. One is requisitions or grievances from the students, committee reports, and in how many days it has been solved. In a register itself, you can mention. So these type of documents can be considered. Then only you can select option A, all of the above in this regard. So this is all about key indicator 1. Now let us know about the key indicator 2. Student progression based on education. So we can see the progression from UG to PG or PG to PhD. This can be considered as an progression. My highlighting pointing in this, any BA or BCom or BSc student who enter into B.Ed program cannot be considered as higher education. Higher means bachelor to master or master to doctor. So that can be considered as progression to higher education. Equal to bachelor degree cannot be considered here. By this way, you can reduce the data verification and validation questions. Another one is on the basis of education, the placements. So this can be considered as progression, or on the basis of providing awareness among the students about entrance exams. Entrance exam is all about government jobs. For any government jobs, there will be some CET, common entrance exams. Even for higher education also, we have common entrance exams. For that also, we can give the information. By this way, we can consider the progression of students. Here, the student progression containing 30 weightage. Among them, the first one is 5.2.1. Percentage of placement of outgoing students and student progressing to higher education during the last 5 years. Here, two informations have been combined. Previously, higher education details was asking separately and placement details was asking separately. Now they have combined together. So it will be easy for us now in this process to get good marks. So if 100 students are there, out of 110 students got higher education, they have entered into the masters, and 25 students got some jobs that can be considered here. By this way, total 35 students have gone for higher education. So 35% you can get full marks, more than that, or 30%, 40% students are progressing to higher education and placements. Placement sometimes need to be conducted at the institution level. May not be always. You can guide them to the competitive examinations if they got that any government jobs on their own efforts through the guidance by the institution. You can mention it as our efforts. So by that way also we can get good marks from this question. The thing is, document whatever the required here is. The first thing is about if they have gone for higher education, basic document available at the institution level is transfer certificates. You will be having the transfer certificates. In all the cases, it cannot be considered as a document. Nowadays, even NAAC is digging the information regarding this, because TC can be available at institution level itself. So they have moved to the next level. They are asking about the ID cards from the students or admission slip where the students have paid the fees, that can be considered as a document. Even sometimes mass cards, any postdoctoral degree certificates, that can be also considered as a higher education or placement details. Regarding this, that they are asking about first monthly payslip. First month payslip they are asking nowadays. Even that is also required. For these things, we will be having some questions. How to collect all these data? Is it possible 5 years ago somebody have taken the job? Now how we can contact them? The thing is, the NAAC expects a proper alumni engagement should be there. If you are now having 2 years or 3 years to enter into the NAAC process, start having a good relationship among your present students. Through them, communicate to the old students, senior students, as an alumni students of the institution. Get a good rapport. Conduct online meeting. Need not to be spend the money. Do a Google meeting. By this way, you can collect them where they are working. By this, it will be also helpful for criteria 1, where you need to collect the feedback from employers who have given the jobs to our students. It is also helpful for you, where student, if 10 students available to you, that is more than enough. From 10 students, you can collect 10 feedback forms filled from the employers. You can make an analysis and you can prepare the action taken report. Each and everything is possible when you decide. You can get the things done, so you can do it. So this is what the requirement for collecting the data. And the compensation or name of the company, all these details you can have a good look. But don't take the documents through WhatsApp as photos in the form of images. If you take in the form of images, after getting the print, it will not be visible. What you can do, you can think about the criteria 5, where we talk about the skill programs, skill-based programs, soft skills, how to use a document or how to scan a document. Make them to use the Adobe Scan or Cam Scan, like this, some software or app. You can teach them. That is one program. Through that, you collect the data or documents. It will be most valid form. You can get the printout in a proper way. So the thing is how we plan is most important. Before doing anything, let us recall whatever there in the manual and then go ahead with multiple areas where you can touch and get the documents within one attempt. So in this way, you can get a 20 weightage regarding the placement of outgoing students and higher education as well. The next thing they have asked in key indicator 2 is 5.2.2. It is about percentage of students qualifying. Here percentage means how many have attended and how many have qualified. Here if you have 200 students, need not to be 25 students to be attended. 5 students attended, 5 got selected, 100%. You will get 100 marks. The thing is, you need to collect the hall ticket. You should encourage them to take up the competitive examinations. You can see CLAT, civil services examinations, any state government examination, KPSC examinations, anything. You guide them how to take up the examination, how to prepare. For that also you will get, as an event, you will get some marks. If they are able to achieve, for that purpose also you will get some marks. So multi-purpose, the list of students year-wise has to be collected and their hall tickets and their result sheets if they have passed. So this has to be considered as a document. And every year prepare a summary of this. If you are a sports teacher, try to prepare annual reports. If you are a placement officer, you will be preparing annual reports. In that, collect all this information, then prove in a statistics manner. So it will be useful for students and it will be useful for IKC coordinator as well to collect the data. Now, let us discuss about the key indicator 3, that is 5.3, student participation and activities. In student participation and activities, if your student get any medals or awards, if they won at university level or state level or at national or international level, then you will get the marks. But the question here is, in our mind, usually we will get the thing is, who have participated? Nobody have the participation itself. How we will get the thing is, NAAC is asking this question means we need to encourage the students to participate. If they win, the institution will get the reputation and even marks in NAAC as well. The thing is, we need to push them to the competitions to participate. And the second thing is organizing the events. Events means it's about sports and cultural activities which will taken in the institution. Here, so many colleges are conducting the sports and cultural events, even though that they are not getting the good marks in 5.3.2. So let us see what is there in the key indicator 3. Number of awards and medals for outstanding performances in sports or cultural activities at university, state, national, and international levels. Award for a team event should be considered as 1. We need to focus. If a kabaddi team wins at university level, we should not mention it as number of awards 7. No, number of award is only 1. If a boy or girl got some medals in Kho, then it should not be considered as 9 or 12. It should be considered as 1. Shuttle badminton, 2 of them together they have played and they got gold medal. It should be considered as 1. So then we can reduce the DVV as well and we can prepare the documents as well. The thing is, we need to support the students to participate in the competitions. So for that, you will get the 25 weightage. Only 2 questions are there, 25 weightage each. Here also they have given the Excel sheet. The first column is about year. The second column is name of the award or medal. The third column indicates about team or individual. We need to mention team. If you mention 10 also, you should consider it as a one medal. The fourth column indicates about at which level they have achieved it, either in university level, state level, national or international level. The next column indicates about the sports or cultural program, which area that has to be mentioned. The last thing is name of the student. So these are the details which are required for this question. And the document can be considered annual reports and even certificates or medals. Any photos if you have, the people are collecting, or students, achievers, if they are collecting the photos, that can be considered as a proof for this. That has to be attested by the principal as well. Even many times participation documents will be submitted for the NAAC in this form, but they will going to reject this. Rather than participation, how many they have won, that has to be mentioned here. The last thing I would like to mention information about this metric is any student from NCC, if they have participated in RD, that is Republic Day Parade, if they have completed RDC, that can be considered here as an achievement. So it can be considered as state or national level event. They have participated and they have got RDC certificates, that can be considered. The next area they have concentrated in 5.3.2 is about average number of sports and cultural programs in which students of the institution participated. Many a times the colleges or institutions used to mention like this: name of the activity, kabaddi, kho, singing, dancing, many programs conducted on 1st of February 2023. Number of students participated. So they have asked about the name of the student participated. We will be mentioning 1,000 students and 10 programs conducted on one day with a beautiful arrangement at institutional level. But it will be considered as only one event. If you conduct many activities on a single day, then it will be counted as only one activity. So here we can see, I feel we have some DVVs regarding this, regarding 5.3.2. Number of sports and cultural programs, average number of cultural and sports program. Here also some colleges used to mention 21-22, 200 programs. They have thought in a way that 200 participated students are there. Here they are not asking about the number of students participated. They are asking about number of events conducted. So here they have mentioned properly 12 events in 21-22, 6 events in 19-20. This way we need to mention in the SSR. In the process of DBV, they have asked about copy of circular or brochure indicating such kind of activity. That means for this purpose, the main document is circular. Before organizing any program, we should intimate the students through a circular. Then we are supposed to conduct the program on a different dates. Practically speaking, it is not possible to conduct each and every program on a different day. I can understand. As a faculty member, it is not possible. We feel like that. But as per NAAC, if you have the documents where it indicates the activities done on 10 days, 10 different activities, then it will be considered as 10 activities. If 10 different activities conducted in 2 days, then they will consider it as only 2 activities have been conducted. So we will be doing, if the large number of students are there, conduct a sports meet or sports week, we'll finish it off. The things can be done easily, but as per NAAC, it has to be conducted on different dates. So we need to prepare the documents and we need to prepare the circulars like judge, then we can get the good marks in key indicator 3. The last key indicator is all about alumni engagement. Alumni engagement, previously we had many things, 2 questions in that. So now they have reduced it to 1 question, that too in the form of only QLM. So here, alumni engagement can be considered in 2 ways. One is monetary benefit, where they can give some benefits to the institution which are academic oriented, any chalkboard, smart board, laptops, computers, some facilities which are required for teaching learning process, they can donate. That can be considered as an alumni engagement as a monetary benefit. Even infrastructural facilities, drinking water facility, or any fans, table fans, AC, anything, if they provide benches, which are considered as infrastructural facilities. If any alumni contribute like this, so that can be considered, we can mention it in the write-up as well. Another form is about service. Even the alumni, if they are unable to give the money, many a institution fails to get the benefits from the alumni through monetary benefits. But even many of the institutions have succeeded by getting the services from their alumni as well. Any students who have gone for higher education, who are studying in a Master of Commerce or Master of Arts in Kannada or some language, they will be invited as special lecture person or the conducting any competitive exams coaching classes. So those type of skills can be utilized. Or if some students are having some shops where they will going to provide or repair anything, Xerox machine or computers or anything, electricity, furniture, facilities, anything, that contribution can also be taken as a service which can be measured, and that can be considered as a alumni engagement as well. So the only one question is QLM. QLM means we need to write in the description manner in a 500 words. That is, there is a registered alumni association that contributes significantly to the development of the institution through financial and or other support services. Other support services can be taken easily. If you have a good students who are appointed as a HR manager or any person, you can invite them. You can make the present students to get the information how to attend an interview, how to prepare a resume. Even it can be considered as one-day program, and even you can mention it in the QLM as well. So these type of facilities we can provide, so that it will be helpful. And regarding the QLM, there will be no questions from the NAAC in the DVV process. So anything you can write, but that anything must be happened in the institution. That must be happened in the institution. And the proper documents can be any reports, minutes of meeting with the alumni. And the thing is about registration of alumni association. I would not like to highlight anything regarding this because it is a legal opinion, has to be taken at institutions level. Many students are there who will be engaging in registered alumni association and contributing to the institution in a very nice way. It will be good, but sometimes what happens, even registered alumni association, people may trouble the institution as well by coming and sitting in the principal chamber I am the chairman, I am the president of Alumni Association. You have not invited to the program to me. So you have now communicated properly. These type of things is not entertained actually, but it happens. So that's why my concern is, if it is registered, before writing 500 words, start with, we have registered Alumni Association. If you don't have registered Alumni Association, write each and everything, whatever the benefits you are getting from the alumni in 490 words. Last 10 words you can share or you can mention the Alumni Association yet to be registered. In this manner, you can write up, can be in a beautiful manner, and you may get the marks which are required at the institution level when the peer team visits. So these are the information I would like to provide. So this is the sample. Once again, I want to show letterhead must be the part, and the body of the information, date, resource person, number of students participated, and 2 photographs. Finally, we should get the signature from the people who are sitting in the principal position. It will be easy. This is how we prepare the documents. Okay, this is all about the informations regarding the NAAC criterion 5. So now you can have any questions. I feel now we can have a open session. So we can have any questions. Yes, Kumar sir is asking some question. You can mention in chat box. It will be helpful for us to read the question, or through the madam I can get the questions. So Jayashree madam has mentioned it was very informative session. Thank you, madam. Even Nandini madam have mentioned great session. Thank you so much, madam. Yes. Veda madam has mentioned it extremely insightful. Thank you, madam. Thanks for attending the FDP program. They have organized in a very nice manner, and even they are trying to provide the very valuable informations. So whatever the information I have provided, I was as a, yes, Kumar sir, I was as a region. Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Thank you very much, sir. It was very informative. We have got very ample of information and very good knowledge from your side, and we got clear picture about the criteria 5. I have a question of, you all know that yoga is the part of academic now. Can that yoga will be considered in matrix number 5.1.2, sir?
The thing is very simple, ma'am. If it is in a class mode, that has to be in a criteria 1. So on the basis of curriculum, if you are providing any information regarding yoga to the students,
okay,
it should be considered in criteria 1. Apart from that, collectively, not to the restricted students, to anybody, any number of students, if you conduct any program which are related to yoga, conducting a yoga annual day will not be considered here. So we should have a clear picture about it. Any celebration days, commemorative days will appear in criteria 7. In criteria 5, if you mention it as a awareness program, then only you will get the marks. The document will be considered.
Okay, sir. Thank you. And we conducted some workshop, 1-day workshop, sir, on
Yes,
soft skill and reading some other things.
yes.
And can it be considered in that method, sir, 5.1.2?
Ma'am, those are 2 ways are there. If you mention it as a workshop, then you should show in the criteria 3. if you have any workshops or more number of activities like that, which are in relation to research, then this workshop can be considered in criteria 5.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. And we have another question. Kantamama will ask.
Yes, madam. Yes.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Sir, I have one question that is regarding competitive exams conducted by a national government, that is state level exams and national level exams. Can we
Okay.
consider FDA exams, SDA exams, and PSI exams too?
Conducting examination related information, providing informations related to that can be considered as a competitive examination coaching
Yeah, sir.
program.
Yes.
Yes. The report, the thing is, the attendance is very required here from the students. The second thing is what the topic you will mention,
Okay.
the name of the topic, resource person, that is also required.
No, sir. No, sir. My question is that
Yes.
is the matrix 5.2.3 average percentage of students qualifying in state and national level examinations.
Okay, okay, fine.
My question is whether the student is attended and he has qualified in SDA exams, FDA exams, and PSI exams. That too can be
Yes.
considered in this.
100%, ma'am. The last word was state civil
Yeah.
services. So each and everything, even for post office or PC, PSI, any competitive exams will come under this.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Yes.
thank you very much, sir, for clarification.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes,
Here
ma'am.
there is one more question related to 5.3.2, that is average number of sports and cultural events competitions in which the students of institution participated. So, can we include national festivals, sir? National celebration of national festivals? Can we
No, madam.
include?
No, madam. That question is all about how you conduct the sports and cultural activities, where you will provide the prizes, to the students. So sports and cultural events. So these national festivals will be highlighted as commemorative days.
Okay.
That will be mentioned in criteria 7.
Okay. Okay.
On
sir,
that day, yes, madam. I would
Yes,
like
yes,
to
sir.
further cover
Proceed, sir.
information regarding
Proceed.
that. On that day, if you conduct any events based on that quiz or essay writing, something like
Yes.
that, the
Yes, sir.
title what you give is most important.
Okay.
Celebration of Gandhi Jayanti. If you mention like that, it will be comes under criteria 7. Quiz conducted on Gandhi Jayanti on or in relation to Mahatma Gandhi. If you mention like that, then it can be considered as a sports event.
Okay, sir. Okay, so what are the documents must be required for these events or events organized in
So
our
if you
institute?
are conducting any quiz, take for example, if you are writing, making them students to write some essay, before that you will be informing them through the circular. And then how many students have attended,
Yes,
and
sir.
after that you will be announcing who are the prize winners. So regarding
Okay.
this, you need to prepare some report, circular and a report. How many students participated? What was the impact? That
Okay,
has to be recorded. That can be considered as a document.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, we have questions in chat box.
Yes, ma'am.
Vijay Krishna, sir. If geotag photos are not available, what is the solution?
Okay. The thing is it's very easy answer, I can say. If you don't have geotagged photo, or suppose I can say in Facebook or Telegram, somewhere you got the photos now you have to prepare the document. The thing is that has to be mentioned in the letterhead. In the letterhead, in a letter, first part letterhead should be there, second part information should be there, in the third part the same images can be used, but under that image, like how we see in the textbooks, if you have provided an image of temple, which temple belongs to which decade, so those type of details will be mentioned. Like that, For each and every photo in NAAC, we call it as captions. So we should use the captions on which day, who were the participants. Like this, details has to be mentioned. Suppose if you have conducted a seminar from Ramesh, so Dr. Ramesh have been as a resource person guiding the students for competitive examination and so on so date. This is called as caption that has to be entered on each and every photo. How many photos? If you are using 2 photos, 2 captions must be there. Under that, you should get the signature from the principal. Then it can be considered.
Thank you, sir. One more question, sir. Nandini. Sir, I want to get some information related to student council. I think it is removed, sir.
Yes, student council. Yes, madam. The thing is, they have simplified the manual. Okay. The thing is, they have simplified the manual. Student council is not mandatory to have. But if you have, you will get 10 marks. If you don't have, the engagement, how you are getting from the alumni, on that basis, you will get some marks. By getting 5 or 6 marks, you will not, by losing 5 or 6 marks, you will not going to lose anything. For that purpose, I feel it is not make compulsion to have the student council. Most of the colleges are getting troubles only from having student council. Even some students are good. They will be providing valuable information to everyone. So that will be fair enough. If you have a good association, you can have. Otherwise, I won't suggest. It is not preferable.
Sir, here there is one more question from Veena Karagaudari. Can we consider classes conducted for banking exam as guidance for competitive exams?
100%. 100% it can be considered.
Okay,
The document with the title, name of the resource person, how many students participated, to photos. Then it can be considered as a session.
Sir, another question here from Gayatri. Due
Yes,
to COVID-19 academic year extended, for filling of AQAR for the year 2021-22, where we want to start and where we want to end, please give clarifications.
Okay, fine. Now, the thing is very simple, ma'am. Even the last date of exam curriculum delivery, what we can say, university last date to conduct the classes may extend it, but syllabus will not be extended. In that manner, in AQR, we should conduct or we should consider only from 1st June to 31st May of each academic year. From 1st June 2023 to 31st May 24. Like that only we should consider. If you don't get the last 6th sem results within that 31st May, the result can be considered till August also, you can consider. The events, they have clearly given the information from 1st June of every academic year till to the 31st May of next academic year. That will be considered as one assessment period. For the one thing, for research papers, they have given the financial year to be considered in criteria 3. I think we have awareness about it.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, madam.
Sir, I'm Aisha from St. Teresa's Degree College. I have a
Yes, ma'am.
question, sir. In question number 5.1.1,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
provide scholarship, we provide concession for our students. Can it be considered as non-governmental scholarship, sir?
Can you mention in statistics, ma'am? How many, in general, how much will be the fees and how much concession you will give?
Sir, for example, if a seat is for 40,000 and
Okay.
student is securing 85% and above, we provide 5,000 scholarship and concession for them.
Okay.
Like,
Do you
seat
have
will
any
be provided
policy for?
35. Sir?
Do you have any policy like that? Any students who gets 85%
Yes,
will
sir.
be
Yes, based on that only we'll be providing them concessions.
okay.
From
You
the
can
beginning.
do one thing, ma'am. By publishing this policy and getting the thanking letter from that student who have got that benefit suppose X student have got 3,000 concession, take the thanking letter from them only. So then you can mention, if they consider, you will get the marks. But I cannot assure you that 100% it can be considered. Always it is about monetary benefit. It speaks about monetary benefit. Rather than that, you can show in this manner also. If they consider, it will be helpful for you.
Okay, sir. Sir, and along with this, not just percentage, few students which are of backward classes, we provide them scholarship too, irrespective whether they are getting 85% or not. Concession is provided for them also. Can
Yes, ma'am.
that Thanksgiving letter again be considered, sir?
Yes, madam. For that Thanksgiving letter, along with that, policy is most important. Do you have policy like that? Is there any committee to select the students? Is that awareness is created among the students to apply for that, to get that benefit? That will be considered, ma'am.
The policy must be from management side, sir.
Yes, madam.
Okay, sir.
If you
Thank you.
have, it can be considered.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes. Any more questions?
Participants, if you have any doubts, please unmute yourself and ask. It's a time for open discussion. Any participants, you have any doubt, you can get clarification. And the feedback link is in the chat box. You can fill it.
Kumar sir, I feel having some question. They have raised
Kumar
the
sir.
hand.
You have raised your hand. Please ask the question. Unmute yourself, sir. Kumar sir.
Okay. I feel the session was fruitful. Many people have said that. Thank you so much for providing an opportunity. If you have any doubts also, you can text me. You can take my number. I have already shown. 9538504418. 9538504418. So you can take my number anytime. You can text me through WhatsApp. So I'll provide the details regarding the NAAC process. So till today we have guided 54 colleges throughout the Bangalore region among 6 districts. So till today, even government colleges are able to achieve the grade of which are unimaginable to the A+. Recently, one college got under our guidance, that is Government Arts College. So it is the proud to be a part of that. Even 4 small colleges have taken the A grades, and many people will be asking me a question: how a small college which doesn't have proper facilities can get the A grade? So I used to tell them, you should understand the NAAC process properly. It speaks about on the basis of percentage of beneficiaries, not about the how much big building you have. It is about how much the percentage of beneficiaries. Suppose if you have 3,000 students, if you are providing scholarship for only 300 students, then it comes to 10%. If a college having 500 students and providing facility of scholarship for 300 students, then it will be more than 60%. Which college will be getting good marks? Wherever the percentage is more, those will. That means according to the quantity, we need to expand our beneficiaries. Then only we will get the good marks. Sometimes in criteria 1, I feel key indicator 2, add-on and certificate programs need to be conducted, where you will mention only 25, 40, 30 students, you can conduct a program. But if your total strength is 3,000, 2,000, 4,000, then if you are providing benefit to only 200 students, is not more than enough. If a 200 students having a college, if they can provide an add-on certificate program for 100 students, that is the percentage will be 50%. So the thing is, we should not question the system. Instead, we should understand how to get good marks. Then easily we can score good grades in NAAC also. And regarding the grades, there will be so many issues. Completely ignore all those information that is immaterial, which is not implemented till now, which will be implemented. Then afterwards, we'll discuss about it. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So one suggestion required from your end. What if we are having less number of students, like 300 and 350? Is that okay if we go to NAAC?
Even 80 students, the institution which have 80 students have entered into the NAAC process and they have got already B+ grade. So there is no restriction that the minimum number of students or maximum number. The thing is, whatever the building you have, inside that building, what you are providing quality education, that matters a lot.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Jagdish sir, for giving detailed information on Criterion 5. It was very informative and fruitful session. Now I request Itesh sir to give a vote of thanks to everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, one and all. It is a conclusion part of the session, that is vote of thanks. I will start vote of thanks with simple quote, that is, knowledge increases by sharing, but not by saving. I, Hitesh Chandra, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Management, Nanajoti Degree College, Yelahanka. It's an immense pleasure to give vote of thanks. Firstly, I would like to thank today's resource person of this session, Professor Jagdish sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
And I would like to thank Dr. Bhaskar sir for referring this kind of knowledgeable resource person. Thank you, Bhaskar sir. And I would like to thank our Honorable Principal sir, Professor Rangashamaya sir, who always encourage us towards academic development activities. And I would like to thank our IQAC coordinator, Dr. H.K. Kantama ma'am, who taking initiative for organizing this program. And I would like to thank all my dearest colleagues for their efforts towards conducting this program. And finally, I would like to thank all participants of this session who make the program success. I think this session is very helpful towards us having resourceful about NAAC. Thanks for the opportunity, ma'am. Thank you.
Jagdish sir,
Yes, madam.
we have a question in WhatsApp group.
Okay.
If the results are delayed by the university itself, can it be considered as student grievance and what the remedy?
Yes, that can be considered as a student grievance, and the necessary steps need to be taken from the institution by writing a requisition letter to announce the results to the concerned register. So that can be considered as an action taken. Within how many days that action has been taken has to be recorded in the register.
Okay, sir. I hope Kumar sir, you got the clarification. Thank you very much, Jagdish sir.
Thank you.
Really, we are very proud to get a resource person like you. We have got a good knowledge, and I will be very thankful to our college for the support. And thank you very much, Jagdish sir. In your
Thank you.
busy schedule,
Thanks
you
for the opportunity also.
and this
Thank
much
you.
of information you have given. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
And also, I'm very thankful to Bhaskar sir, who has referred you such a great resource person, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
I thank all the participants for your active participation for this FDP session. Thank you all participants. Tomorrow's session, it is criteria 6 and 7. Don't miss that session as well. We have a good resource person tomorrow. At the same time, 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Thank you all. Thank you. Participants' feedback link will be there for 5 minutes. Please fill it. It's in chat box.